Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Keegan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and I'm hoping you're all having a nice day so far. Anywho, it's time for another movie review video once again. And before we get started, I know I haven't done any new movie review videos in over 2 weeks, mostly because I've been busy making other videos, doing live streams, and I've been busy with life. In general, I just haven't had the time to doing any more movie review videos. So I do apologize for the lack of movie review videos. But the wait is finally over. It's time to do more movie review videos. And today we're going to be talking about 4 movies, all of which I've seen in theaters as of recently. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started. The first film we're going to be talking about is a documentary film titled No Other Land. I've been meaning to talk about this film since I watched it at the Metro 2 weeks ago, although for some reason I just haven't gotten around to talking about it. And I was contemplating whether or not I should make this review this movie in a standalone video or review it with other movies. I wasn't really sure because of the subject matter, but I've decided to put it in this video where I talk about the next 3 movies. Anyways, I think this is a very important documentary that I think everybody should watch, especially with some of the events that are ongoing to this day for quite some time. Essentially, this documentary takes place between 2019 and 2023, where the Israeli Defense Force start to take over some villages in Palestine, tearing down some villages for military purposes. And of course, a lot of the villagers are not happy about this. Because honestly, who wouldn't be angry if an army were to take over your town or village for military purposes? And the filmmakers basically cover some of the measures the IDF takes on the villagers who are resisting to give up their houses or villages for military purposes. And the IDF even go as far as to use lethal force against the villagers, even to the point where they even shoot some of them dead. It's a pretty heavy documentary to watch. It really opens your eyes on the issues between Palestine and Israel. Now, it should be noted this documentary was made long before the events of October 7th, 2023, where Hamas attacked Israel in retaliation for their treatment of the villages that the IDF had been invading for military purposes, like for like a training ground. So this documentary was made long before this event really escalated. And at the time of when this video was uploaded, the conflict between Hamas and Israel has gotten progressively worse and worse. And yeah, like, it's some pretty heavy stuff. But I think this is a documentary that I think everybody should watch. It really opens your eyes. Like, it truly opened my eyes on the whole conflict between the IDF and the Palestinians. It's just like, damn. But it really left an impression on me. Like, it really did open my eyes on the whole conflict, that it's still ongoing to this day. Just damn. And this I think I said this already, but this film did win Best Documentary at the Oscars this year, and I think it deserved it because it's really relevant to today, especially with the conflict that's still ongoing and doesn't show any sign of getting any better. It's just damn. It also should also note that one of the directors of this documentary was actually severely beaten by Israeli settlers a couple weeks ago and was taken into an Israeli prison. But because of all the outrage going on worldwide, the director was managed to survive the attack and was released, which it's a miracle that he was able to get out of there alive with the help of a lot of global outrage against the IDF. But all in all, I really enjoyed this documentary. It definitely makes you think about the whole conflict that's been going on for quite some time between Israel and Palestine. And yeah, like by the time the documentary was ended, everyone in the whole theater when I saw it was completely silent. It's just wow. But if you haven't seen this documentary, I would highly recommend it, especially no matter what side you root for between on this whole conflict. I mean, there's some people rooting for Hamas, there's some people rooting for Israel. It's just, I would recommend you check out this documentary no matter what side you're on during this whole ordeal. Check it out if you haven't. It's a really great documentary. It's well made, and it definitely makes you think about why this issue's been going on, and it's still like it's been getting worse and worse. But check it out if you haven't. I'm giving No Other Land a 9 out of 10. The next film I saw was a Minecraft movie directed by Jared Hess, who also directed Napoleon Dynamite, which I reviewed a while ago, and Nacho Libre, which was one that I really enjoyed when I was a kid, although I haven't seen that movie in years, so I don't know if that one holds up well or not. Now, a Minecraft movie is obviously based on the popular game Minecraft, which I'm sure a lot of you have played because it's so popular and was so big on YouTube back in the 2010s, and it still is to this day. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Minecraft. I've been a big fan of Minecraft since I was 11 when I first played the game on my iPad, back when I used to have an iPad. And I still play Minecraft to this day, but I don't really play it as much as I used to. But I still play the game from time to time, just not as much as I used to. And I've been sort of looking forward to this movie when it was announced that there was going to be a Minecraft movie back all the way back in 2014. Now this movie was in production hell for a long time. It's been switching from director to director, different script ideas and such. And then finally Jared Hess took the role as the director, and it was announced that Jason Momoa was going to be the lead, but then it went to Jack Black, who was actually all right as being casted as Steve, I guess. Now, when the trailer for this movie first dropped, my expectations for this movie quickly faded, and I thought this movie was going to be a piece of shit from the trailer. But however, when the film started to get positive reviews from it got a lot of mixed reactions, but a lot of people seemed to like it. I figured, what the hell, I'll check it out. So I saw it in theaters a week ago, and it was alright. It honestly wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it still wasn't all that great either, but it was alright. There's also been some controversy going on with this movie, specifically people who were watching the movie during the one scene in the film where I'm sure you know what it is, there's a meme where Jack Black says, "Chicken jockey," and it causes a lot of people in the movie to go ape shit, throwing popcorn around, throwing drinks around, just in general, just fucking around, just being rowdy and obnoxious. And that's been prompting a lot of people getting kicked out of the theater because of that. While this didn't happen when I saw the movie in theaters last week, mostly because it was on a Monday in the middle of the day and it wasn't a lot of people at the movie when I saw it. But I would like to say, just don't act like that in the movie when people are trying to watch the movie. Like, I mean, I get you're trying to have fun at the movie, but there should be like a separate screening for people to do this kind of shit, not with like the general population. But you know what, in general, just don't be rowdy and obnoxious. Just watch the fucking movie. Don't mess around. Just don't be an asshole during the movie. In fact, when I went to the movies on Friday to see the next movie that we're going to be talking about, there was been an argument in the hallway that over the Minecraft movie, some teens were just messing around, and then there were some adults arguing with them. I'm not going to say too much about that. I talked about it in my live stream that I did on Saturday, but I'll make another video talking about that. But yeah, it's been really getting out of hand, to say the least. I just realized I haven't even talked about the story of this movie yet. And it's hard to explain the story because the story is a bit of a clusterfuck and all over the place. Basically, you got a guy named Steve who gets trapped in the world of Minecraft, and he starts to live his life in Minecraft, building stuff, surviving, mining, the typical stuff you do in Minecraft. And then you got a two siblings who move into this town where Steve was from. They along with a washed up gamer who owns a store that's on the verge of being bankrupt, all discover this portal that takes them all to the world of Minecraft, along with a realtor who sold the siblings the house they live in. And together they meet up with Steve, and they're trying to stop evil from the Nether portal from taking over the world of Minecraft. And then you got one part of the movie where you got Jennifer Coolidge playing a high school principal who dates a villager from Minecraft for... I don't even know why the fuck this part was even added in the movie. It was just so fucking unnecessary. But the story was a bit of a clusterfuck, but that's basically the best I can describe the story of this movie. Now, despite me going into a Minecraft movie with very low expectations, I thought this movie was okay. I mean, it had its moments. It was entertaining. It was kind of fun to watch in theaters with a big crowd. It was stupid, silly, but fun to watch at the same time. But it does have its fair share of issues. The biggest problems I have with this movie is that, well, I already said this, the story is a clusterfuck and hard to... the story is all over the place and it's near non-existent. The characters aren't very well developed. The humor kind of falls flat. I mean, it was funny at times, but there were a lot of parts in this movie where it was just painfully not funny at all. And I mean, a lot of the green screen looks kind of shitty, but, well, hey, everything's green screen these days, so, yeah. But, I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie or anything. I mean, it certainly wasn't a great movie either. And this is coming from someone who's been playing Minecraft since 2012. But I didn't fully hate this movie. I mean, it was kind of boring at times, but it wasn't the worst I've seen. At least it was far better than that fucking Borderlands movie, which also had Jack Black. Thankfully, Jack Black was more entertaining in a Minecraft movie than in that fucking Borderlands movie. And at least this movie was pretty faithful to the game, although, spoiler alert, they didn't mention the Ender Dragon, but who knows, it's going to get a sequel one day. They just announced it over the weekend that this movie would be getting a sequel because, of course it is, because it's been doing really well in the box office. But at the end of the day, a Minecraft movie isn't the best video game adaptation, nor is it the worst, but it was decent at best. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was surprisingly not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it still wasn't that great either, but it was alright. Just some silly, dumb fun to watch with your family or friends. Just don't be an asshole when the movie is screening. Just don't be rowdy and obnoxious. I'll say that. Anyways, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving a Minecraft movie a 6 out of 10, I guess. The next film I saw was Drop, the new Blumhouse movie, directed by Christopher Landon, who also directed the Happy Death Day movies. I haven't seen those, but those are some other Blumhouse movies. Now, truth be told, I wasn't really looking forward to this movie because I lost faith in Blumhouse a while ago, because in recent years they've been releasing some pretty bad movies one after another. From Fantasy Island, Exorcist Believer, Five Nights at Freddy's, and a couple of other terrible movies. In general, they're kind of a dead company to me. I think it was Five Nights at Freddy's was the last straw for me, and then after that, I basically lost interest in Blumhouse movies. But the premise for this one sounded interesting, so I went ahead and checked it out despite having some low expectations. It was okay. It was very predictable, but at least it was better than some of the previous stuff Blumhouse has been releasing lately. Basically, you got a single mother who goes on a dinner date with a man she met online at this expensive restaurant on a skyscraper. And it's looking like to being a really nice evening, but then she gets some threatening messages from someone in the restaurant who is dropping messages on her phone, demanding that she kills her date, otherwise they'll kill her son and sister who's babysitting. So she's basically pressured into killing her date because her date, spoiler alert, he has some dirt on this shithead politician that if he brings it out, the politician will be exposed for some of the shit he's been doing. So the story is very predictable. I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie to watch, but the biggest problem with this movie is that it's so predictable, and a lot of the trailers basically gave out 95% of the plot of this film, so the trailers basically spoiled almost the entire movie. Like, for fuck's sake, stop putting so much spoilers in trailers. Sure, I wasn't really looking forward to this movie, but come on, just stop putting so many spoilers in your trailers. But I didn't hate this movie. I thought it was okay, but at least it was better than some of the other stuff Blumhouse have been putting out lately. But not a great movie, not a great thriller, just okay. But yeah. Anywho, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving Drop a 6 out of 10. And the last film we're going to be talking about in this video is Warfare, the new film from director Alex Garland. This film was written and directed by Ray Mendoza and Alex Garland, and Ray Mendoza co-directed this film. Alex Garland is the writer of films like 28 Days Later, The Beach, Ex Machina, and so on. And Alex Garland also directed films like Ex Machina, Men, Annihilation, and his previous film Civil War, which I talked about last year on the channel. And Ray Mendoza is actually a former U.S. Marine who fought in the Iraq War back in the 2000s. I've been really looking forward to this movie, and I saw it on Saturday, and this movie was really great, and I really, really enjoyed it. The story, there's really no story in the film. It's basically a retelling of an event that occurred during the Iraq War back in 2006, where you got a group of Navy SEALs who are looking over some U.S. Marines during the war in Iraq. And then it doesn't really give much of the mission they are doing, but it does take place over the course of like 24 hours or something during this time in history. The film is not based on any particular mission. It's just based on the memories of soldiers who fought during the war in Iraq. And it's really interesting, actually. There's almost no music at all in the movie. There's only music at the beginning of the film where the soldiers are watching the music video for Call on Me. You know, call on me, call on me. Yeah, you know that song. And then there's music at the end credits of the film. So there's almost little to no music at all in the film, too, which was really interesting. The battle sequences are really good, too. You don't really see much of the enemies in the film. It's just in the perspective of the soldiers and their memories, because this film is based on actual events that occurred during the Iraq War. And the acting and the casting for this film is really, really good, too. It's got Michael Gandolfini in this film, who you might know from The Many Saints of Newark. He played the young Tony Soprano in that film because Michael Gandolfini was the son of the late James Gandolfini. And I really enjoyed this film. When I saw it in the theater over the weekend, it was packed and it was almost sold out. And I honestly didn't expect it to be that busy when I saw the film, but it was the weekend. But I really enjoyed this film. It is fantastic. It is well made, and the set designs are really good. And all in all, this film was really great. And out of all the films from Alex Garland that I've seen so far, this one's probably my favorite. I never finished Ex Machina yet. I know I gotta watch the rest of that movie one day, and I will eventually. And I also want to check out Annihilation at some point. But until then, Warfare is my favorite film from Alex Garland that I've seen so far. And and this is also so far my favorite movie of 2025 that I've seen so far. It's the first truly great film that I've seen this year so far, and I highly recommend it. Definitely check this movie out if you haven't. It's fantastic, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Anyways, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving Warfare an 8.7 out of 10. Well, there you guys have it. That's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos. More videos will be coming out soon. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace. Bye-bye.